All right, perfect. Well, welcome everyone to the next segment of our intro videos for members of our San Diego Christian Entrepreneurs Group. I am incredibly excited to talk with one of the biggest bundles of energy you're ever going to meet today, Kim Yeater. And Kim, welcome.
Oh my gosh, Jeff, thank you so much. It is an honor to be here.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to get to hear a little bit more about what you do, and I have to say that what you do fits you so perfectly. You just make people want to get healthier, to enjoy life, to accomplish big things, and so got to know you a little bit before San Diego Christian Entrepreneurs, and so blessed to have you connected in with what we're doing here in the group. And I know that every time somebody meets you there, they just they say, "Wow, Kim made an impression on me." So I love you and your family and getting to know you and just your background, your heart for what you're doing for people, your heart for God and everything. So just really excited to get to talk to you today.
Oh gosh, Jeff. Oh, what do I say after that? That's so encouraging. Thank you.
Yeah. So
I'm excited to share.
Give us maybe a little bit of a background about you, maybe your family and those kinds of things, and then maybe just go in right in from there to telling us a little bit about your business and what you do.
Absolutely. So I am very, very blessed. I am a wife and I have 4 children. So my husband is Rick Yeater, and then I've got 2 boys and 2 girls. Wow, God planned that out so perfectly. The boys first, prepping me for my girls. So my boys are now, Liam is 22, Austin is 20, Ashley is 18, and Sarah will be 14 tomorrow. So we got a big weekend ahead of us. Pretty amazing. So yeah, we have been living here in San Diego for, since 2001. It has been a journey. We started off our journey in San Diego. In LA, where I was raising kids. But I went all the way from one coast of Boston to the West Coast to find my husband and to build my family. Hey, sometimes you got to do those things, right?
It was worth it, right? It was worth every mile.
Oh, worth it. What a journey. God is good. That's what I got.
Awesome. Yes, He is.
Yeah, so I started my journey in college as a college basketball player. I had the opportunity to venture into film and theater and graphic design and disc jockeying and studied in London, industry, and then ventured out to LA to work on films and to learn more about the film industry. And I had the opportunity of kickboxing. If any of you guys know what kickboxing is, wow, you gotta watch out. It's amazing. What a great workout. But I had the opportunity to train with 5-time world kickboxing champion. He's called the Golden Boy, Jerry Trimble. I learned so much in that time period, and I loved how I was able to take a lot of that energy that was stuck inside and get it out. And it wasn't on people; it was on bags, heavy bags. Put in, right? That's good. Put in the tough work.
Scared a lot of people.
Yes. And it was really phenomenal. So that is where that hunger for, dang, I've got such great results here. I love seeing people overcome because I know how I've overcome. And that's when I started tapping into training and certifications and starting kickboxing programs back east, went back east and then out in LA and then ended up here in San Diego. And it has been an incredible journey. But the thing that happened when I got to San Diego, Jeff, that was, a really key part of why I do what I do. I had gone through a lot of adversity, growing up, and then I kind of relived a lot of my childhood experiences, in my adult life. And now I look back, and a big part of that was for me to become that woman that God had planned for me to become. So when I was here in San Diego, raising my kids, it was difficult to be in an industry of theater and film and be present for my family. And exercise and fitness was just a part of my life. So I thought, what can I do where I can use my gifts and talents and impact the world around me and still be a great mom and a great wife? And I thought, oh my gosh, fitness. And that's where I started to pull all those past experiences. And I said, you know what? It's time. And then I started working at all the boxing clubs and training. And so now I started Super Bodies in Motion. And I love what I do. We went from Super Moms in Motion, Super Dads in Motion, Super Teachers in Motion, Super Spines in Motion. Come on, it's Super Bodies in Motion.
All kinds of bodies. Yeah.
All kinds of bodies. But I think what I absolutely love is I target those moms and dads, those people who are so busy taking care of everybody else that oftentimes their self-care has gone by the wayside. And many of those people at one point or other, they were athletes. They had that warrior inside of them. So whether they were athletes or not, we're able to tap into that superhero or that warrior inside and really bring the best out of them. So it's been an incredible journey, and I've created what's called our Biggest Remover Challenge, where, like Biggest Loser TV show, where 50% of them gain that weight back, we teach them sustainable lifestyle, mind, body, soul transformation, where these guys remove that weight for good. And now they have a pattern, a healthy pattern in place. And Jeff, what I've seen is the impact on not just that individual, but the impact on the generations that follow, the grandma, the mother, the daughter. That, to me, is transformation, and that to me is legacy. So how do I see God taking this to like greater degree? Oh my gosh. So I have this vision this year, and I'd love for you guys to get the information out. What's on my heart is to speak before an audience of 50, an audience of 500, and an audience of 5,000. I have an incredible story to share of overcoming adversity. And I want to leave people with the fire inside that they can do it. God gives us absolutely everything we need. So I implement that in all of my fitness, all of my training. I run the race with my clients. We train for Spartan events, sprint triathlons, or we just train for life.
You're not just standing on the sideline with a bullhorn.
So listen to this. So this morning we did a 6 a.m. stair boot camp over at Mesa College, right?
Yeah.
And we do 11 rounds of stairs in between kettlebells, medicine balls. And there was another coach there with an upcoming boxer. And this boxer is probably going to do well. But the coach just stood there and gave the direction. And let me tell you, he saw me coaching my crew. Do you know the last 20 minutes he was working out with his client?
Is that right?
Yeah, baby. Come on.
You're even inspiring the non-paying
Yeah, come on.
to get out there and get it done. You're putting them to shame. No, I believe it.
Absolutely.
You live what you preach, and that's wonderful.
Absolutely. And another key ingredient, Jeff, that I get to really empower people with is I empower them with tools. So we don't want someone to lose weight only to find it again. We teach them how to remove that weight for good, but keying them, tooling them, giving them the pillars of nutrition, what they need to fuel their temple, what they need to surround themselves with, how to set them up for success, how to plan their work, and then work their plan. So we have a system in place that is so empowering that I want to see this impact all of Facebook, right? All the social media. And then I wanted to see this impact San Diego, LA, the United States, and the nations.
That's great. That's great. Hey, so with your vision, so obviously a lot of that is tied to helping a lot of people in their wellness goals and doing that. And so and then you just shared the component of the speaking as well. How long has that been on your heart to do the speaking side of things?
It's kind of funny. There was a point in my time where I had become a single mom of 3, and I had gone through an abusive marriage. And I was 5 months pregnant when I had left. And an opportunity arose where I was asked to go to a domestic violence shelter to receive counseling for my children and I. And it just so happened that there was an art project there that they wanted us to do for healing. And I thought, well, what can I do that I know and I like to create? And I thought, well, I have some film experience. So I couldn't even sleep at night. I started writing, and the film's called One Voice, Many Faces. And it's now a film that's used in shelters to help women. But the amazing thing in that journey was there was a woman on the board of this facility, and She was the wife of John Wells, the producer of ER. She and John Wells opened up the doors for me at Warner Brothers. Wow. So not only did I shoot this film, edit it, but it's good, and it's now used, to really impact lives. So that was the first time that my voice was heard. That's right. Yeah. And it made a huge impact on the lives. And to this day, it's making an impact on women and men who go through that process of healing, right? In those shelters. So I've always wanted to speak to a larger degree. And I've spoken before audiences of 500 audiences of 50, audiences of even 200 and 300, but never before a declaration like this. Yeah. And when I saw a picture of what an audience looked like of 5,000, Jeff, my heart started to beat out of my chest. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, the emotion that came was when I became a Christian, when God had rescued me. Yeah. I had been given so much. And out of that abundance, I wanted to change the world, right? Impact the world, share the good news with the world. Yeah. That was the fire inside of me. And then life happens, the journey happens, and we keep going. And sometimes we lose that connection. So when I saw that photo, oh my gosh, that was the moment that it was ignited. And I knew that I'm called for a greater purpose.
That's so great. And, I think all of this really goes back to what we're trying to do. So in our most recent meeting, we had this conversation with our group on vision, and you and I have both been in some powerful coaching that's helped us with, with thinking through some of these kinds of things. But, what you see and what I really want for the group is that as we're clear on our vision, as we're making declarations of things that maybe we've a little bit nervous about even considering, or feels outside of our comfort zone, that we stretch ourselves a little bit and we ask for support, and you're just going to have people coming around. So you had that experience with the video that you created and wanting to stretch and create something that would be helpful for other people, and that support came in the form of somebody who could help to get that production done. And that's really just the community that we're trying to build here. Yes. People who understand each other's vision and then can figure out how can we best come along and support that. So with the things that you have going forward as far as your vision, how could we as San Diego Christian entrepreneurs help to support you in that best, Kim?
That's a really great question. I think the best way to support me is there's videos that I post with success stories of my clients, or if you want to share those posts, comment on those posts. If you know someone who is sick and tired of losing weight only to put it back on again, or somebody that has, type 2 diabetes, someone that's struggling with their health, they're someone I can help. And let me tell you, don't allow a limitation, whether it be a past injury or something. Don't allow that to speak into your future. It doesn't matter if you've had injury. There's so much more that we can do. So I would say direct people to me, share about me, and then if there's a speaking engagement that you hear of or something that you go, I think this might be a fit for Kim, reach out, because I'd love to share and I'd be honored.
Yes, because I believe there will be many audiences of 5,000 and more that you'll be able to connect with and be a blessing to ultimately. So we can connect you with a bunch of them.
That would be phenomenal, Jeff. Thank you so much. And I have to tell you, it's a little scary. That declaration's a little scary. Yep. But you know what? Oh my gosh, talk about fuel. Wow, it's powerful. And with God, we can do all things.
Yeah. Well, and it's one of those things that, again, in the coaching, Sebastian, he talks about, he talked about your comfort zone and, being in the center of that and just pushing to the edge of your comfort zone. So you've talked to 200 and 300 size crowds. So 500 right now is on the edge of your comfort zone. 5,000 feels like something that would be, could be, could be the kind of stretch that causes some people to not continue to proceed in their vision. But for you, that it's extending that comfort zone another level and then another level, and 5,000 will be comfortable to you in in a short period of time because you've got a lot to offer the world. So anyway, thanks, Kim. Anything else you want to share before we wrap up?
Gosh, just Jeff, thank you. I really, really mean that from my heart. The fact that this isn't just a group where check you took it over and check you're going to meet, but you're putting your full heart in. You're showing us what it means to play full out, to play out 100%. So Jeff, thank you for doing this for us.
You are welcome. Thanks, Kim, for everything you're doing with us as well. And I appreciate it. And we'll talk to you real soon.
I look forward to it. Thanks so much. Bye, you guys.
Awesome. See ya.